to the I-80 Club Wednesday night in the club. We didn't know if we'd be doing a show tonight. Josh and Jack with you if you're listening live. If you're watching live, you're a patron. If you're listening after the fact, we're recording this the night of the really crazy storms. Jack, hi, how are you?
It's been a day. It's been a week, frankly. It's been for a lot of reasons, but tonight, it's been a night. I got to the point of cleaning crap up outside that I'm to the point where I need a chainsaw right now, which I do not own a chainsaw at this point in my life. But I'm going to need to acquire one to cut down the multiple huge limbs that are now in my yard. Not on the street anymore. Pulled them off the street, but
that's good. Yeah, what a wild afternoon it was. I didn't even know that it was supposed to be like a storm today. I don't even know if I knew that it was supposed to rain today. And all of my Lincoln peeps, my Waverly peeps are like, yeah, this storm's pretty wild. It's getting pretty dark. And you can see the clouds in Omaha, and it's like, oh man, is this going to delay my trip home? And it did. I didn't get home until closer to 7 today, but yeesh.
Husker FMU's excited about the weather talk. I feel like this was pretty notable weather. That it's
yes,
yeah. I feel like that was.
This isn't. Oh man, it's 90 degrees outside. It's so hot.
Like our fence got blown down. Our trees are all down. Our my son's car would have been completely totaled if he didn't park it. If he had not parked it in the driveway.
Yeah. One of Riss's coworkers, she cannot get out of her neighborhood because there are streets blocking every single spot out. And she sent a picture of a tree that snapped and landed on a van of one of her neighbors, just completely totaled the van.
So somehow you still have power in Omaha, because I saw there was like 200,000 people without power.
I could not believe it. When I
Joe,
left
I guess,
home,
just had 156,000, but I saw 200,000.
Yeah,
I saw 200. Yeah.
I left and I didn't take my normal way out. I had to go straight to Dodge rather than I do I do 2 neighborhood streets, and I couldn't even do that. So I get on Dodge. Almost all of the lights before 72nd are broken. Get to 72nd, those are working. Then a couple others aren't working. So like I get home and I go north to on 156th, and I'm just like, my God, please give me some lights. Please give me some lights. And thankfully there were lights the entire time, and got home and I could see the apartment lights for my building were on. And
good. So, lucked out.
Yeah, Banks. Yeah. I don't know how Banks was. I hope he was okay. He seemed very, very excited to see me. So that was good.
That's good. Yes, that was good. It was. And like Epley is shut down now, I understand. Like they're trying to assess the damage there. It's crazy. So anyway, we were going to maybe cancel the show, but I texted Josh and I was like, well, it's going to be dark, and I don't think I have anything else I can really do. And I know tomorrow night I'm going to be working on this forever, so I can't really do it another night. So I figured there's no reason I can't do it anyway, other than just kind of shifting my focus into whatever we're going to talk about tonight. So that's why I did suggest maybe some chat sack questions. We actually got a bunch, so thank you for the quick response on those. That was good. Do we have I'm trying to remember, Josh, and maybe there's nothing, but is there anything that we need to we talked a little bit in the boardroom about schedule for the football season. Is there any of that we want to put out here and make sure people know first?
We can mention a couple of things. We will still be doing in August. We don't know the date yet. I think tonight was a tentative date originally, but we will be doing the 2014 Miami game.
Yes, I'm excited for that night.
Yeah, I will be gone on. So the next couple of weeks will be weird schedules because I am gone Saturday, and then we are not doing a Wednesday pod next week, but we'll be on Thursday next week. So maybe we look at the week after that for the Miami game. So we'll figure that out. But we'll be doing that. Do we want to run through some of the early parts of the Husker season though, and some of the plans that we'll be doing?
Yeah, for the because other people will be able to see this and might be interested. So I think that'd be a good idea.
Okay, perfect. So we're bringing back the Saturday night show as the schedule allows. Thankfully, I have my overreaction schedule. The schedule very much allows for us to do some really fun stuff. So the first Saturday of the season, we are rebranding it. It will be I-80 Club After Dark. So we'll be doing that on Saturday night, August the 31st. We will not be doing one on the week 2 night because Nebraska plays Colorado at 6:30, and I have the post-game show from Lincoln. So we'll be doing a Sunday morning Sunday morning pod. The third week of the season, you and I, tonight game, we'll be doing a watch party. We have not decided exactly when we'll start, but I was thinking first half at the very least, Jack. So
yeah, we can maybe do the whole thing. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what we feel like.
So we'll do that.
Week 3.
Yep, and then week 4, it's a Friday game, so we'll be doing the usual Saturday stuff. We'll have basically a reaction show on Saturday morning. Week 5, it's a 11 a.m. game. We'll be on at night, and then
is that Purdue?
Yep, that's Purdue, and then it's Rutgers, and that Rutgers game is either 11, 2:30, or 3. So we're going to go there. So we'll be doing Saturday shows. Nights. Saturday nights.
More consistent than we've ever been on Saturday nights. The only time in the first 6 weeks we won't be on is when the Colorado game is literally on.
Correct.
And who knows? Correct. There's also a chance that if it goes well and Josh is doing big red overreaction, I'll still jump on here.
There you go.
With a champagne room thing. So
we'll be doing that. And then for those who don't remember, there was a show that we had to cancel at some point in the offseason. We promised that we would do a makeup show. So what we're doing the first week of the season in the lead up to it, we'll be doing a regular Wednesday night. So that'll be 4 weeks from tonight. We'll be doing a Wednesday night in the club.
Ooh.
And then we will also be doing a watch party for the first half of the Colorado-North Dakota State game on Thursday.
29th.
We'll be doing 29th,
that on the 29th, I believe, is the Thursday. So regular show Wednesday the 28th.
Yeah.
Watch along for Colorado, North Dakota State. So we'll have multiple watch alongs that are scheduled for the beginning of the season. Multiple extra shows. And this is in addition to still doing the Wednesday night shows normally, all of that time. There could be a week where we have to bump it to Tuesday or Thursday, but generally Wednesday. And then the members only Saturday morning will continue to be members only Saturday morning for the coffee show at 9:30. So
Saturday will be a free for all. Saturday night will be a free for all. That is, those are gonna go live publicly on YouTube. So those will be a whole lot of fun. So we'll be doing that, and stay tuned. We don't have all of the details locked up, but we are hoping to be doing more NFL stuff this year with Schaefer. I'm hoping to have a bit more clarity on that tomorrow. So stay tuned for deets on that, but Schaefer will be back. We'll be doing NFL shows.
And I'm doing some very early work on basketball stuff too.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So we are we're trying to add content. Yeah, we're trying to add content.
Club's expanding is what's happening. Club is expanding. And one other thing just to note, if there is a public show, like Saturday nights will be public, but our interaction will still be done through Discord. So
correct.
The members will be more the live interactive audience. We're not going to jump on the YouTube chat probably and interact a lot with the public. That's their ticket to get in here. So that'll be fun. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Am I skipping fall? No, I'm just prepping.
Like John.
I'm just trying to be ready. I'm trying to be ready.
Basketball season like 98 days or some shit. Like, what are we doing?
It's not. It'll once we get going, it'll come up fast.
I don't want to hear about this. Back to football, please, Jack. Back to football, please, Jack.
All right, back to football. I'm ready for football. What do you want to talk about tonight? What about the Dylan Raiola, Patrick Mahomes thing blowing up today, Josh?
Yeah. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? What was the reaction in the Jack
First
Mitchell
of all, I'm glad someone finally saw it. I mean, I know others besides me have seen it, but I've thought that, like, I've always kind of thought of him as, trying to emulate Mahomes and hoping he does, of course. But I've always thought that, so I'm glad it got made more explicit. But until they put the side-by-side picture on with the little chin hair, right? And they both wear the
glasses.
I'm sorry, the glasses are so dorky that they both wear.
They're bad.
It's like David Duvall style blades. Those are not. I don't think those are cool.
Did I ever? Let me get them. Here, you keep talking.
Yeah. So I don't think it's the funny thing is I don't think it's a super cool look, right? It's not just necessarily, I mean, especially just the clothing of it and the little chin hair and all the white sweatshirt, that sort of thing. And sort of the curly long mulletish thing.
Yep.
I mean, it's just, are there a whole bunch of other dudes walking around?
I got them last year at the College World Series, and you know what? I had to find them because why would I ever wear these?
I have always
things
thought
from a very nice sunglasses.
There's
company.
no time I've ever wanted sunglasses that look that. I've always thought those.
They're uncomfortable. They hurt my head.
They look like it'd be good if you did like we're doing biking, maybe like you were a biker, not like motorcycle.
The kids love them, dude.
A cyclist.
Dude, these are like 200 and they're $250.
Are those cool?
It is crazy. No, I don't like them.
I know we don't, but I'm saying to the kids. Them to
somebody. They're the Patrick Mahomes sunglasses. Corey says my 9 and 5-year-olds beg to differ. They think those sunglasses are the shit. Corey, I'm going to give you these sunglasses, and you can give them to your oldest for like Christmas or something.
I do remember
the cool uncle.
Bruce said I do remember the Oakleys in the 90s that were like that, but I didn't even like those then. Like I always wanted Oakleys, but I wanted the frog skins ones that kind of look like the Ray-Bans now. That's all. Yeah. Although I wanted the ones with like the bright orange lenses in those things, but
nice.
Jim says the Mahomes. Oh, go ahead. You got it.
Yeah, the Mahomes hairdo is super popular among the 3rd through 6th graders at my school. Yeah,
I was wondering. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's definitely got a look about him.
Maybe it's a little more than I realized. Maybe just every dude.
Yeah, because it's not only is he like, think of the best football players in the sport over the last like 25 years. Like, I mean, usually it's been like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, and like, no offense to those guys, but like, they're not dudes that like kids are trying to emulate a look of. Like, if you want to be Peyton Manning, you put like the gum wrapper on your forehead so you have a big red spot on it. Like, what are we talking about here? But Mahomes, he's got the look going on. He's got the sunglasses going on. Do
you think he's doing it intentionally?
Dylan?
Yes.
Of course he is.
Trying to look with the facial hair,
with
the sunglasses.
Plays like him. He runs around. He throws it like him.
I know, but man, that seems like taking it to a real another level. If he is, I'm not saying I have a problem with it. I'm a little surprised he's going that far with it. If he is, but oh my
gosh, yeah, it makes sense. So I'm stunned at how much it blew up, though. That was the thing that I definitely did not see happening. That was wild.
No, my reaction. I mean, it was fun. It was cool that Mahomes that everybody was talking about and everything. My fear for everything right now, Josh. I've got
dunking.
I got to run my scenario in my head when things go bad every time, just to think of to prepare myself for it. But God, he's gonna get probably not directly, so it might not bother him, but every Iowa fan on my Twitter feed or whatever annoying opposing fan base is gonna. If there were another player on another team, Colorado's quarterback was doing that, I'd certainly be doing that all the time to make.
Well, yeah, Shedeur did the watch thing, and everyone lost their shit around here. So
yeah, well, I'm not right. I'm not saying I'm being hypocritical. Yeah. I would be doing it if you were a player on the other team and he sucked. Oh, that doesn't look too much like Mahomes, does it?
Yeah. That said, if he and I don't mean to I'm trying to see who's in the chat tonight. I don't want to offend anybody. Husker for MU. Every time that I'm like, hey, I think he's going to be good. Husker for MU doesn't like hearing this. Other people are a bit afraid.
Talk either. He may be one on the sausage race.
Yeah, what am I allowed to say, Husker for MU? I don't even know what opinions I'm allowed to have. Do I got to talk politics in here? Is that going to be okay for you? Give you some thoughts on Trump, Biden dropping out. But yeah, Corny, he's going to be good. Hell yes, he is, Corny. Embrace it. Dude, if he goes out there and he looks like Mahomes, Jack, you're going to be on fire. You are going to be on fire. Jack, we got 1 month to go, man. 1 damn month to go. Let's go. Corny, pass the hopium. Let's all take a hit. Bingo. Suck on that. Oh, yeah. Jack is a snort guy. I'll inject it directly. You got to get the vein going. Yeah, just inject it all in there, man. Been watching Breaking Bad. Drugs are on my brain a lot lately, but not actually on my brain. Just on my brain. There you go. We're all passing the hopium. It's gonna be nice. I said something last night in the boardroom, and it was very funny to Jack because he's still. Your brain is a bit like broken. That I am positive. It's very
it's
funny.
Scared. It's very unsettling. The world is out of order, and it makes me like it's like animals when there's an eclipse or something like that. You know what I mean? They know something is wrong. Yeah, Lord. You know what I mean? I don't, all the positive. I feel like I need to really be, because usually I'm filling the role of unreasonable optimism, and since I'm not, others are. I don't know if I'm not saying it's unreasonable, but I feel like I need to take on a different role when other people are seeming to have that. So
Ben points out Josh is usually right about these things, though. So, and then he adds,
"That's true."
Fucking up. Many are saying.
Yes, that's right. That's right. You are. But there's no reason. Listen, even if every argument in the world makes sense and you're taking the reasonable take, there's no reason for me to get all invested in that happening. Because if it does, it'll be great no matter what. If it doesn't, at least maybe I'll have protected my heart a little bit in advance.
Yeah. Alex asks, what is my record on Grumballs? In all seriousness, because John has been shitting on the Grumball ever since I got one thing wrong. I think that I am
the Trev thing. Trev coming back. You missed that one.
Right. I got that one wrong. So I've gotten 3 wrong. Dana Holgerson, wrong. Trev, wrong. And the other one I got wrong. Now, this is a technicality. This is such a freaking technicality. But I said Dylan was going to go to Georgia. He committed to Georgia and was a commitment for like 8 months. I feel solid with that one. But if we want to cancel that, I think I'm like 13 of 16. So I'm pretty good with the Grumballs. Pretty good with the Grumballs.
Yeah, 13 and 3.
Yeah, that's a 1 seed in the NFL playoffs.
Maybe might win your division in the NFL, probably.
Mm-hmm. Bruce, how many more episodes of Tracing 3 not hours dropping? I could have sworn that they were done with 3, and we've had 2 new ones drop since.
I figured they would get to the end of spring ball, which they did. So.
Yeah. Now the question is, are they going to do anything for the fall camp? Because I have a theory, no Grumball, and I've talked about it in here, but I have a theory that they're not going to do any more until. That they're just going to wait. But maybe I'm wrong, Jack, because Rule is so bullish on this team. Why not continue to put out the
they just have to turn it. They've been turning them around fairly slowly with shows that length lately. So they'd have to the video team would have to turn it around a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
So
Jimmy O'Neill, got another one. Yeah, I forgot about saying
that was a Grumball. Jeez.
Yeah, oopsies. It was like November.
Wow. It's funny. All these people are saying the things to me that I used to say to you all. Like it's fun to be hopeful, right? What's the point of just going in there? Like these are all like Jack Mitchell's signature quotes that you're turning back on me right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not negative. That's not what it is. I am just protecting my heart. Like I get that sentiment from the fan base. I just don't want to let myself get too wrapped up in a level of being sure that it's going to go well, because it's going to make it even worse if it doesn't. So it's just, I'm taking out an insurance policy. This is just like a flow from Progressive type situation or whatever, right? That's all I'm doing. Taking out an insurance policy, putting a little money into the side just in case of an emergency or a catastrophe here. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
So.
By the way, Jim and O'Neill says Jack will go 0 to 1 million after the UTEP game.
100%. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. I know it. You know it. And if Dylan looks good, I mean, listen, I'll go 1 to 1 million when Josh and I are watching the first series of the Colorado game and it doesn't go well for Colorado.
Oh boy.
Against North Dakota State.
Yeah. Right? Wait, we're watching that game together?
That's the Thursday night game. You just
that Colorado game. Are they talking about the Nebraska Colorado game?
The Colorado North Dakota State.
Yeah, I was like, are you coming up to the press box?
No. I was saying when we turn that, I was just saying it doesn't even need Nebraska. If Colorado starts to look shaky, I'm going to get very confident about Colorado sucking like that. And then all of a sudden, the roles will be back reversed again, and I'll be shitting on Colorado like crazy, and then everybody will be like, Jack, actually, they're pretty good, actually. You know, you shouldn't be so down.
Here we go. Look at
you.
You're already
back.
Jack, you're pre-triggered. You're pre-triggered.
Pre-triggered about a position I'm not taking.
This is awesome. I love it. You work yourself up into a frenzy over opinions you imagine. It's like when you're like having a pretend fight in your mind with like your significant other or like your coworker or whatever. You're like, this is what I'm going to say. And then they're going to say this. And then I'm going to say this. And it's like, why am I standing in the shower arguing in my brain? This is stupid. I'm making myself angry for no reason.
You're right. I just did that. I just had an argument that very much is going to happen, but nonetheless, it's not happening now.
Jack, in 4 weeks. It's 4 weeks from tomorrow. We are so damn close. Oh my God.
Here we go.
Hey.
Husker. Oh, I was just going to say Husker for MU dropping a reality bomb. Special teams is a huge question mark too, especially kicking.
Yeah, and as defense will regress.
Our kicker has a groin injury.
Yep.
He's got a groin. Maybe he had it during the spring game. Did he have it during the spring game? Is that why he sucked?
Does he have it during his whole career?
Did he have it last year? The high school champion. The high school championship.
He got it after. It was that kick in the cold. You got to stretch properly. Maybe he didn't stretch properly in the cold.
Could have been it.
Yeah.
Could have been it. I agree with him though. Special teams. Are we going to get the punt returns figured out this year, guys? Is that happening? because it never happened last year.
Excellent
and
question.
It was frustrating to me.
Yeah.
I thought it was ridiculous how long it took.
John and I did an exercise today, because we've reached that point of the season where we were just scraping, right? We were scraping for anything. And he asked a question yesterday, and then we did it today, and that was, what have we overlooked? We were trying to find things that we have overlooked. So
because there will be something.
Yeah. So the angle that I took, and I don't think D'Lo's hanging out in here tonight, very sadly. But
wow, it's weird. The mood has felt, a
little more positive voice. But I will say this because I think he'd appreciate me bringing this up. I mentioned, Jack, the defense went against a lot of atrocious offenses last year. Let me pull up my prep sheet from today. So I went and looked at the offenses that Nebraska played, offensive scoring rank. They played 4 offenses worse than 100, 106, 110, 131, 132. They played 5 more that were between 78th and the 92nd best scoring offense, 78, 81, 83, 87, 92. And then they played 3 in the top 60, Michigan, Maryland, and Colorado, 14, 50, 53, and 60. The first 2 groups scored 13.8 and 17.5 points per game. The last group, the group of 3 teams, scored 31.3. And so my thing that I was saying, are we overlooking, is they got to play a really shitty group of offenses. Will they not get to play a shitty group of offenses this year? Though, you know what Shafe said? Nope, they're still in the Big Ten. I'm not that concerned. So then I was like, maybe I shouldn't be concerned either. So there you go.
Well, yeah, is the schedule that completely different?
I went and looked at the numbers, and this is
sub out Michigan, and you get USC, right?
And Ohio State.
Ohio State.
That's basically what you sub. So I went and looked at Kelly Ford's rankings. Nebraska last year, the best offense they played was 14th. The second best was 53. This year, they play 3 offenses better than that, 5, 13, and 41. But outside of that, it's still a pretty schleppy group.
So there's one more good offense. There's one more good offense.
Yeah, and here's the thing, and I think that we'll talk about this ad nauseum in the next month. One of the best offenses they play in the second game. So making sure that they are on their P's and Q's in week 2 is going to be vital. But after that, the schedule is they don't play a good offense until Ohio State. So should be okay.
Yeah.
I think.
Is that Colorado game going to be one where we're coming into it? I know it'll depend on what each team's first game looks like, but it's going to be like, this is going to have to be a shootout, right? You're going to have to outscore them in a 42-31 type situation, or is there still going to be hope that you can completely shut that offense down and have the defense essentially win the game? Like, I have no idea thinking about that. And I'm not sure, outside of Utah scoring a crap load of points, I'm not sure you're going to know even from the first week of games either, unless UTEP just goes off.
Yeah, 100%. So. Nebraska, yeah. And it's a really good point. What will we learn about Colorado? What will we learn about Nebraska? Barring like extreme weirdness, right? If their offense be shitty, Nebraska's defense.
If either of the 2 teams completely shits the bed, we'll learn something. But outside of that, I don't know.
Yeah, 100%.
Did see you get an O-line? They got a brand new O-line. They got one guy who had experience.
Are they any good?
So they're starting that. I think they're going to start that 5-star, basically the top tackle recruit in the nation. They're going to try and go with him. I don't know how that'll turn out. Yeah. You have protecting Shadour's blind side. I don't know. I mean, he's the best recruit in the nation, but starting as a true freshman, that'll be interesting. And then they brought Portal and they always talk about this on Split Zone.
So much.
They always talk about this on Split Zone Duo, Josh, about how hard it is to portal an offensive line. And one of the guys was there. Actually, there was one guy who was out injured all of last year. I don't have their names in front of me, but I did a thing, I think, on the chat a few months ago about this. But they've mostly portaled that offensive line, which can work, but it doesn't work very often. So, I don't know. That's something it's more difficult than porting a wide receiver core. We'll say that
100%. Portaling a wide receiver core. I mean, Nebraska's kind of doing that, right? Their top 2 guys might be portal dudes, and they've done it before. Portaling your offensive line, not a good idea. Not a good idea.
Yep.
Joe asked, new offensive coordinator for Colorado, right? Or did I make that up? So they will have it's Shermer, and he called plays at the end of last year, but he wasn't the full-time guy because that was Sean Lewis and that whole weird ass demotion thing. But this will be his first full year. That said, for the NFL heads out there, Pat Shermer has sucked. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's okay. So you mentioned offensive line. Is Shedeur going to be better at getting rid of the ball? That dude is
he's got to be better.
Oh man, he
was a really good quarterback, but boy, that was one of his downfalls. Was he just would not throw the ball away. It was crazy,
and it happened against Nebraska. Nebraska got 8 sacks in that game.
Yeah, some of those could have been avoidable. And the other thing continues to be him is he's not. He has some elusiveness, but he's not a great runner. Yeah, is the other thing about him. So 50 plus sacks last year. I can't believe he stayed as healthy as he did.
I know, and like that Nebraska hit him that many times and weren't able to cause a turnover. Especially early in the game. By the way, speaking of SED, they did their Big Ten preview today and had some nice things to say about the Big Red.
Okay. I'm going to be probably listen to that when I mow here sometime soon.
Nice things to say.
Or maybe saw limbs up tomorrow, maybe even.
Nice things to say about the Big Red.
That's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, should we go to some questions?
Yeah, you know what? This is there's one that can lead right into this topic that we are diving into today, and that was from let's see. Oh wait, I'm trying to find it. Oh yeah, it was from David. I would revisit this question I posed the other day. If Nebraska has a good to great season, say 9-3 or 10-2 or whatever, is it possible for NU fans to enjoy it?
What were the numbers again? Say that
9-3 or 10-2.
If they do that, will it be possible for them to enjoy it?
He's asking essentially, will the fan base still be insufferable like they sometimes are?
Some of them will, yes, but that doesn't have to make the rest of us not enjoy it.
I would say this.
Yes, some of them will still find something. It's incredible.
Yeah, don't let people who are thieves of joy take away from your joy. Yeah. Like Jack, I don't want you arguing with the super negative Husker fans this year. If they get off to like a 6-1 start and people are like, yeah, but I don't want you being like, we gotta hate the other team, not our own.
But we do.
That's the truth. But just enjoy it. Don't talk to the dipshits.
I gotta fix them, Josh. I want to fix them. I want to fix this fan base. That's my job. I'm the fan mechanic.
It's not a Coldplay song. You can't fix you. You can't do that, Jack.
I don't know. I'm gonna try, but it is an interesting question. If they're at that level, Josh, if they're at that level at some point during the season, it'll be playoff talk, right?
Yeah. If they're 9-3 or 10-2, it's gonna.
If they're wild. If they're 10-2, I am going to be goofy as hell. Yeah, no, I will not have. There's not going to be anybody ruining. If they are 10-2, Josh, there ain't nobody ruining my buzz off that. I am not worried about that for that scenario. A lower record, maybe. But yeah.
It's gonna look. I will say this: in the club, it's gonna be a damn party. We will have so much fun, much fun in here.
10-2, they're going to the playoffs. They're going to the playoffs.
I mean, Jack, imagine doing the Bart Torvik "Who You Rooting For" type thing, but with football games in November.
It's not even just the club, Josh. If this thing gets good, people are going to go out of their damn mind.
Yeah,
I don't even think we can perceive of if things get rolling what it's going to be like, because it's been so long since they've been rolling, and we've seen what it gets rolling in other sports, even with basketball a little bit last year, or with volleyball or anything else. But football obviously is always king, and if that finally gets rolling again, it's going to sweep everybody up. And 10-2, 2 losses, whatever. Like, it's going to feel it's. We're going to get lost in it if it gets really good. I mean, it is going to be a mania here that there just hasn't been, forever.
Yeah. Like, certainly in the modern internet era, right? In the social media era.
If they were 10-2, that's the best season since 2001, right?
It's the best season since 01.
It's the best season in a quarter of a century.
Yeah.
I can that'll work. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay.
Adam, that is killing me. Absolutely killing me right now. This is going to be fun. Oh my gosh.
I don't get it.
You don't get it? It's Tom Chattel.
I mean, I see that, but
okay.
Explain the joke to me.
I just think it's funny.
There's no joke. There's no like thing to
There's 5 laughing emojis. People seem to like it.
I know. Well, they can explain it to me too.
There's 6, 7. Everyone loves this. 8. We're up to 8. Jack is the one person who doesn't think it's funny. Skywriters in flight. Oh man. By the way, I've told this to Jack before. When he does his Monday interviews, especially in season, we can see that our audience. Did you add a question mark to it, you dick? We can see that we can see that our audience increases on the video stream when Jack joins us. If Nebraska is that good and you're joining us on those Mondays, oh my God, you would be obviously joining us on those Mondays, dude. The amount of people that will want to tune in just to see you go crazy will be awesome.
It'll be fun.
Good times.
I know. I'm gonna have to duplicate the Creighton outfit reaction when things go well every time. I don't know. That might have to become a bit on the segment. So that'll be fun. Yes, I agree. Or if it goes bad, that'll be equally fun for people to watch. Not for me to live, but it'll be fun for people to watch because they like to see that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
By the way, many are pointing out that at the end of the Frost book, Chattel wrote, "This is going to be fun."
That's the bit of information I was looking for.
I just thought it was funny. I didn't
Thank
even
you for
need
telling me. Thank you for telling me what Josh would not. I
didn't remember. I just think I just thought it was funny.
Okay, well, I knew there was something else.
Do you read Chattel columns? You got to read this Chattel columns. My group chat is always popping off about the Tom Chattel columns.
I can't. Now that you
one more and I'm out of here.
Now that you can't incognito window that crap anymore, I can't read it.
Yeah, that does suck. Thank you to Sam McEwen for hooking me up with a free subscription to Husker Extra so I can read his work there. Yeah.
See, I got a Journal Star one too, so I can get the Journal Star ones, but I don't.
So you can read Amy.
I can read. Amy. Yeah, I can read Amy.
Yeah, you need that Husker Extra one, man. So you can read.
Is that a different one? I thought that was included.
So Husker Extra used to be the name of the Journal Star Nebraska section.
Right.
Then they rebranded it when they came together. HuskerExtra.com, Jack. You can read Chattel, McEwen. You can read all the Husker coverage from both papers. It's pretty sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I should have that, but I want the news stuff too. But
yeah. You know. Yeah, I have a World Herald subscription that I pay for because I need it for news and Creighton stuff during basketball season.
Husker for MU with he's smart and kind of unhinged quote again. Didn't that come up? That's funny. Okay.
JB says, I love Chattel. There you go. Many are saying. You're starting to hear this more and more.
12-foot. Oh, what is that? Is that a secret hack that he just posted?
Yeah, try it out. It's pretty sweet. It's a website. Go to the website and then go find an article that's paywalled and post it there.
Is the FBI going to show up on my door?
I don't know. Have you posted anything lately about the guy
banners and ads from anything?
Okay, you don't have to read it on the podcast out loud.
That doesn't. I don't care about pop-ups. I'm looking for. Okay.
No, it fixes paywalls is what it does.
Oh well, I want my friends to be paid though.
Okay, well then you're not
going to by me.
Yeah. Dave.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dave quotes Chattel where he says, I won't quibble. It's August. Optimism is like the heat rising off the pavement. That's what I love about this month and the prelude to football. Anything seems possible. That's good. That's some good stuff right there. There you go, Tom.
It's fine.
Wow.
It's fine. I didn't mean to be negative.
Wow.
I did. In context, I'm sorry. I didn't have the. That's really good. That's good.
Wow. Amazing. D'Lo's typing right now. Josh, you missed it. I was shitting on the defense a little bit earlier. You would have loved it. You missed it. You missed it.
Rewind it. Try and find the nugget of negativity. It's D'Lo's nugget of negativity. Ding.
We need a little drop. Oh, we need a drop. There was
one comment.
Jiminy Christmas. Just firebombed them.
How many floors are completely empty in the World Herald building downtown?
Good Lord. Hey, those are our friends. Come on. Yeah. Josh. In this economy, you're making that joke? Come on, man. Other chat set questions. Corny asks, what happens first? Nebraska becomes or reaches bowl eligibility, or local scribes say Nebraska isn't getting any respect nationally?
Ooh.
Probably the latter for sure.
Be good.
Dude, I think you and I are in agreement on this. We need to just settle down about everything. I'm getting Feinbaum says something and everyone react. John and I got into a screaming match about it on Friday.
Really?
Just because that was that type of stuff is totally up John's alley. You know, or he gets mad at the national media, and I'm just like, who gives? Because my mindset is, who gives a shit? Who cares?
After the fact, the only thing I got annoyed with about it was that
Greenberg.
Well,
Paul Feinbaum. Why is it he called Feinbaum? I thought it was Feinbaum.
But it was just like, fine. If you disagree with Rule's point, that's fine. But then he just like went and acted like because Rule hasn't had success in a conference yet, he can't opine on what the conference will do on the playoff. That was a crap. You had better arguments than that, Paul. There were better arguments.
Feinbaum.
There were way better arguments in your quiver than that one, and I thought it was a weak argument. I thought it was an ad hominem attack when he might have had the facts on his side.
Wow, look at lawyer speak over here.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Josh says Feinbaum is pro wrestling. Exactly. Like you just once you figure out that it's just all, as D'Lo says, it's a bit. It was a bit.
It was a bit.
It was a bit. And also, it was a bit. But to answer the question, yeah, there will definitely be people who are like, why aren't they getting respected nationally? That'll happen. Dude, they beat Colorado and not everyone bows down to their feet. People will be like, what's going on? Why is the national media rank?
Is it? Wait, again, hold on. Time out. Nobody's complaining. Time out.
They will if they're 2-0 and the national media hasn't given respect.
But here we are setting. Man, does a fan base love to do this? Man, here it is. It's a perfect example. There's nothing that some portions of this fan base like to do more is like set up scenarios where imaginary things that haven't happened yet happen, and they're anticipating the reaction of the fan base that they won't like so they can critique.
You just did that 10 minutes ago.
With what?
You did the thing where you were getting pre-triggered.
Well, that was about the people. That was very different. That was very different.
Was it interesting?
Totally different thing.
Seems like the exact same thing.
No, that was not me making a blanket critique on this fan base thing. So that's not me doing that.
Oh, okay.
That's the scenario I'm talking about. Well, Nebraska fan. Remember when the ratings of the stadiums came out on? I'll always go back to this one. There were like 20 people like, wait till Nebraska fans freak out. And half of them that said that were Nebraska fans. And not a single damn
Nobody
Nebraska
freaked
fan
out.
Freaked out. All they did was bitch about it. It's going to be the same thing if they're 2-0. Oh, boy, I bet these Nebraska fans are going to say they're disrespected. Hell no. They're going to complain about not getting enough rushing yards or a punt that wasn't fielded. Stop. This whole stereotype is now wrong about this fan base. They are no longer too positive, too defensive. It's not 1995 anymore, folks. It's over. It's 2024. I know you didn't like that part about the fan base. Well, good, because it's gone. It's in the past, brother.
Nice.
The current fan base is a whole new animal. They're negative. They're crabby. They're self-loathing. That's the new fan base, okay?
Dave Fight loves something as much as Jack loves arguing against an argument that hasn't been made. You're not wrong, though. Dude, what you said, I thank you for reminding me about the stadium stuff. I was so annoyed that day. Oh, man, I bet Nebraska fans are going to be really mad about this. No one cares. It's a video game. It's pretend.
It's not even that. They thought they were right. They agreed with it.
The same thing happened when the ratings came out and Colorado was in like the top whatever on defense. And it's like, I don't care. I cannot care about. It's a video game. It is a pretend thing. Oh man,
it's this huge stereotype that this fan base is this overly like defensive entity, and it's just not anymore. It's not. And there might be parts of it, and maybe that'll come around again. I'd love to see it again this year. So to answer the question, I hope we start to hear that. I hope we start to hear the fan base say the media, even if it's not true. I hope we start to hear that because they got to use that muscle again, or it's going to go away.
Perfect. Well, that'll be fun.
That was a good question, though. How long does it take for that to happen? That's the interesting question.
For what part? For the local
fan
scribes?
base to get annoying, to truly annoying again, instead of just be people surmising that they're annoying.
I don't know. It'll probably happen. I mean, if Dylan Raiola like loses his mind in a good way in game 1,
you think it'll go quick? Yeah, you think it'll go quick? Well, you beat Colorado. You think it gets
that's the swing. If he plays well in the first game, it'll be like bigger no reaction. Honestly, okay, now let me get pre-triggered. If Dylan Raiola is awesome in week 1, overreaction is going to be insufferable that night because some people are going to be like having fun and enjoying it, like you and me will, and then there are going to be others. It was just UTEP. It's like, bro, I know, but he had 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions and 342 yards, and I get to go rub it in a guy on the I-80 club's face Husker for MU because he told me not to get excited about it. See, now we're all just mad about pretend things. But yeah,
we're just imputing thoughts to other people.
Yes, exactly.
So we can get mad at those thoughts.
Yes, I'm just mad.
We've got to win. There's got this fan that just needs wins so bad. It needs wins, just desperately.
A comment from D'Lo. Anyone else a little worried about those Colorado wideouts? And then Bruce adds, listen to Tim Brando on the Common Fan Pod like me. And then Corey says, if Brando is confident in their wideouts, I feel even better about our chances.
The wideouts are, yes, I've said it. Hold on. I mentioned this multiple times. Their wideouts are probably the best part of their team. Although, I honestly wonder if Hunter's going to really play two ways the whole year this year. Because he's at the next level, he'll be a defensive back, don't we think?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what all the draft people say.
I assume he'll still be playing wide receiver then, but I just wonder if he'll stay doing the two-way thing the entire year. But to D'Lo's point, I think they have a great wide receiver core. They have a really good. That's probably the strength of their team, I would think. And I've said it multiple times. If Nebraska doesn't have its cornerback room in the place it needs to be, they're going to be tested big time in game 2 by those guys. So yeah, I am very worried about it.
Masturbator, if they beat Colorado, I'll be happier than I have been in the last 2 years. If they lose, I'm going to write a manifesto.
2 years?
My bad. I misunderstood a question for Husker from you. Dude, if that happens, if they lose, Jack, and we have to do that Sunday show the next day, that is going to be awful.
I will be the worst. I will be talking about curses and feeling sorry for myself. I'll tell you right now, I will be feeling sorry for myself very much.
It'll be a bad time.
Yes. That's where what I clothe myself in when pain comes is trying to gain sympathy from others for how bad I feel.
Yeah.
So
that'd be bad. Oh boy. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. I don't want you to be sad.
Yeah. Yes. Has there ever been a bigger all or nothing game in recent memory?
No. All or nothing, like where we recognize it in the moment, like in hindsight, the 2019 Colorado
to some degree, Iowa was last year, but I don't know if that's
but it's the end of the season, so it's hard for me. Like I you're right, that's a good point because that was for a bowl trip. I guess I view it more as like it's going to shape the season, and if they lose it. Like the Texas game in 2010 was pretty bad, right? Because you needed to get the monkey off your back, and not only do you not do it, but you just play like the
This is just different because it's so early. It's just so early in the year.
Yeah,
but I agree with him that it's a huge. It's just going to color the expectations. The enthusiasm is going to be, this thing again that I've done. It's going
Jumanji says 2007 USC. That is perhaps the best example because. That was yikes.
D'Lo says compare winning to losing that game. Well, yeah, I mean, winning, you're going to, first of all, because everybody watches Colorado, you're going to have a whole bunch of, either way, you're going to have a whole bunch of national people watching that game, right? People tweeting about it. That's going to be a game that is going to be getting a ton of attention. So whatever happens in that game is already magnified on the national scene. Probably beyond what it should be. So if that's good, it's magnifying the good on the national scene. If it's bad, it's magnifying the bad. If it's a loss, you continue to feel like, however you want to describe it, like they're cursed or like they can't ever win the big game. And it's not, and Rule wasn't the magic elixir to do it. Because the difference is if you lose that game, that's the first chink in the armor for Matt Rule for real.
Correct. Yeah.
That's the first real question start setting in about Matt Rule.
Was it, Jack, was it you in the club on Saturday, or was it you on Monday that we talked about, like, the honeymoon? Did we talk about that recently together?
Where
about
was
the honeymoon?
That?
Yeah,
it was on your show. It was on your show. And someone asked, is it over? Is this the end of it this year? And I said, absolutely.
Yeah, we are approaching the end of the honeymoon. Like, I think that I think it could go straight on through the UTEP game, but the Colorado game decides if that keeps on rolling.
If you would lose it, but yeah. And you asked me to define the honeymoon, and I said when you were afforded extra grace for something that you would normally get blamed for.
The grace is gone if they lose to Colorado again.
Correct. You just aren't going to get grace for the things that you typically wouldn't get grace for. That'll be the first. I mean, I think he got some guff for those games, but it was always kind of it was kind of always with this asterisk of it's the first season and everything. Like all of that is off now, right? There's no reason if they blow that game that he is going to have anybody sort of mitigating it with it. Well, it's still early. It's not his guys. There's no training wheels on that game anymore. So, like I said, if we're comparing a win to a loss in that game, you're going to have your first real feeling, discord,
like
frustration, questioning of Matt Rhule. Yes.
Yeah.
If you win,
you don't have to do that.
If you win, not only do that, you have the biggest win in a decade in this Memorial Stadium.
Yeah.
You have the biggest celebration, a bigger celebration than Oregon, I think, because it's Colorado.
You're 2-0 for the first time since 2016. Like you're feeling really good.
You're having
3-0.
You have the most momentum in the program for well over a decade.
Yeah.
If you do that, and the most enthusiasm, and you actually get to live out a night of celebrating an outcome.
Yeah.
This fan is so desperate to do. It's wild how different those two worlds are. Think of that Sunday morning show, Josh.
I know. Yeah. I'll be running on fumes because I will have done the post-game show. I probably will get home at like 1 a.m., wake up and do another show with you. Like it'll just be like pep in the step, right? The whole state. One of the things that I've talked about a million times that I miss either from like my fandom right before I worked in radio or even the early days of radio, that feeling of a week of shows before a big game is so much fun. And if they lose that game, like, first of all, the next stretch of games is so it's not unwatchable because it's football, but it's just, there's nothing to gain from it, but there's a lot to lose from it. But if you win that, you're like, oh, let's go.
And all of a sudden, Northern Iowa at night coming off a win sounds pretty fun.
Yep, exactly.
But coming off a loss, it sounds like, I wonder if that'll even be a sellout.
Correct. Yep. All of those things. The Friday night game, suddenly it's like, oh, Friday night game. Yeah. This is going to be fun. Illinois coming to town. Like every game.
Yeah, all of a sudden, that game, because you assume you're going to beat Northern Iowa. They're going to beat Northern Iowa. Then the next game is Illinois, right? Game 4.
And you're like, can they get to 4-0 for the first time?
And all of a sudden, you're like, okay, this is 3-0 Nebraska on a Friday night with the country, college football country, watching again.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, there's going to be a lot of hype around Nebraska in that game. I mean, the more I talk about the difference between losing and winning that game in terms of vibes, especially, but practically too, I believe that argument even more.
Yep, it's just a game changer.
It is the depths versus a height that we just haven't seen. Some kids haven't seen in their lives.
Yeah, literally, they've never seen it before. For a lot of young fans, it would easily be the biggest win that they've ever seen, which is like a bummer in some ways, but also really cool because like they'd never forget it, right? Like we all remember our first big Husker wins that we got to watch. This would be the first big Husker win.
It'll be the best night of my son's life.
Wow, that's wild.
It will be the best night of my son's life. He's 20 years old, or he's 19 years old. I'll almost be 20 at that point. And I think he would say that. I think he would say that.
So yeah, that's what's at stake.
That's what we're dealing with.
Don't lose.
No pressure. No pressure on that. I am going to be a wreck. I am going to be a Josh.
I forget. Have you decided? Are you going? Are you going to go to the game? Or are you going to stay at home?
I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do because, I almost there's a part of me, Josh, that just likes being home.
Yeah.
It's so lame. But
I understand it. It's like especially when you're worried about a loss, you don't want to walk out of the stadium as a loss.
What would answer that question for me is if I had the exact right person to watch it with. Like my son's going to go as a student, so I'm not watching it with him. But like,
is he working or is he going to be in the student section?
I don't know if he's going to be in the students. I think he's going to try not to work any football this year.
Yeah. Nice.
So, because he bought those tickets and then didn't use half of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I had the right person who either wanted to take me to the game and do that experience or watch it at home with me, I think that would be enough to sway it for me. But I don't know who that is right now. So yeah. Dilo
come
says,
down and do the post-game show with us.
Dude, if they win, I would drive down.
We're doing the show from the bottoms that night. Happer, John, and I are.
At a business?
Yeah, at like a coffee shop or a former coffee shop or something down there.
Oh, I think I know where that is.
Yeah, we'll be down there.
There's gonna be nobody there.
What are you talking about? If Nebraska wins, it's gonna be a damn party.
At a coffee shop?
No, we're outside. We're gonna be outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, under a tent.
Yeah, I'll crash that party.
There you go.
It was, yeah, for sure.
Tailgating going to be electric. Could be an all-day thing. If
I know, man.
Yeah.
I just remember the tailgating before that USC. The USC game in 07 sucked so much, but the feeling around that stadium before
it was so much fun that day.
So
it was cloudy. It was great.
So good.
Yeah.
I remember it being sunny. I thought it was sunny that day.
Maybe I thought it was cloudy.
It was like John and I were at a bar. We did a thing at a bar before the game, and it was packed. It was and then I went and tailgated right after that for a while he went up to the press box, and it felt there was a level of energy that I expect there to be for the Colorado game that I had not felt there, for probably ever since I had been tailgating, because the Solich era, it never really felt like that either. So
yeah, I just found it. Look how cloudy that is. Look how gray and cloudy that is.
Is that the USC game?
Yeah, that's the USC game.
I swear. Dude, okay.
That stands. Though that student section is the most packed that I recall it being when I was in college. It was insane. I waited in line all day and I had horrible seats because I was a freshman. It was my second home game and I went the wrong direction when I walked in. It blew so much.
Oh, Notre Dame tailgating was good too. I remember that.
Oh man.
Yeah, and the 2001. The 2001 was too. Yes. Okay. Those
Jumanji, John and Josh have a great track record of post-game Colorado shows on location. Should be great. Yeah, you want to talk about the air being sucked out of the damn balloon. That Colorado, that whole situation in 2019 is among my least favorite times.
Music Man in town that night. All right, that's hilarious.
Horrible
D'Lo. Do you see that? Music Man is in town that night. Jack is still debating his plan. Well, you got trouble, my friends, right here in River City. That's P with a pool, spelled with a P, and that stands for pool. I messed that up. That was actually a selection from Music Man, believe it or not.
Oh, Dave found where he was sitting. Damn, Dave, nice seats.
God, wait, you guys were like right next to each other.
No, I wasn't.
Is that the same picture you posted above?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you. Oh,
he was circling.
Oh, sure. I thought
here's my camera.
I thought he had a separate picture.
I'm on the other. You can see the student section. I'm over there somewhere.
I saw his picture and I thought he took his, and I was like, I can see some of the same people in that picture.
Oh man, Bruce asked, Josh, if I remember correctly from message board lore, didn't you used to have your avatar picture being you wearing a T. Frazier on the Mike Once Again shirt? Let me see if I can find that. That might be somewhere here on my phone or my computer rather. But yeah, my girlfriend at the time got this. It was like a legitimately cool picture of me because of the way that the sun was behind me and I was wearing that shirt. I don't know where the hell it is, though. And I don't have Facebook anymore. I deleted my Facebook a long time ago, Jack.
Did you? I'm sorry. Why is one of my bosses calling me right now? Ugh.
My boss, too?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Well, thankfully, we only have 7 minutes left.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta text him real quick.
Okay. Damn it, I wish that I could find this photo. But yes, Bruce, you have I did look way different. I had short hair and I had glasses. Good memory though, man. I'm surprised that you remember that. Corey adds that the Friday show, the weekend of the Colorado game, was a blast. Hell yes, it was. That was awesome.
On what? Oh, the 19th.
The Colorado trip.
Oh yeah, that looked fun. That looked very fun.
It was a great time.
Again, as all of them, until the game started.
Yeah, indeed.
And then that afterwards was depressing.
Dude, even the first half. I mean, Nebraska didn't play very well in that game in the first half, but they were still up 17-0 or whatever it was at one point in time.
Yeah.
And then they just shit the bed.
Yep.
Oh, not great.
No. Not at all.
G-Shram, 19 Colorado game was my bachelor party. Fuck Scott Frost forever. Nice. Ugh. We have a few minutes left, Jack. I can see if there's any other.
Yeah, any other quick hitters?
Yeah. Alex says he tagged something in the poll question that Jabs posted earlier. What % chance does Dylan Raiola have of being a Heisman finalist this season? There were 6 options. A, 90 to 100% chance. 70 to 80 was B. 50 to 60 was C. 30 to 40 was D. 10 to 20% chance was E, or you're crazy was the final vote. Did you vote?
No, but I would say, I want a choice between 10 to 20% and you're crazy. I would say 5% or so.
Okay, so there was a question. Let me read the follow-up, though. Alex
5 to 7%, I guess. I don't know.
He says could be defined as invited to New York or just final. Yeah, he's definitely not. I mean, neither of those things is going to happen.
5 might be high. I don't know.
Yeah, it's some there was a good healthy debate, and I think people pointed it out. Like the stats have to be at an insanely high number, and D'Lo points it out. Need 10 win minimum. Yeah, so you'd have to be 10-2 at the very least, and he would have to have like 5,000 total yards. So it's not going to happen.
I don't think so, but
yeah. Definitely not.
Look at your there it is. There's the negativity that I came to know.
No. Yeah. What, that Dylan Raiola won't be a Heisman finalist as a true freshman?
Sad. Yep. Sad. Yep. You're already closing doors.
Folks, if the shoe fits. Matt says, did you hit on the Jack Mitchell softball experience season at all? No.
Josh doesn't care about it.
So no, I do. I like making fun of it.
We finished our summer season. We had to win 3 games to get out of the losers bracket in the championship.
How'd that go?
Shut up all the haters. We won the first game. But it was about 108 that night, and everybody was kind of cooked after that first game. So we lost the second game. We only lost by 2 in the second game. So we were close to forcing a third and winning the bracket we were in. Team's a long ways away from the 30-0 no hitter in game 1. That's for sure. Nice. And we got new uniforms for the fall season, new hats, new jerseys, adding a couple new players, got a new sponsor. So we're going to get going on Tuesday nights here the week after next once again. So it's a brand new season.
Cool.
The Jack Mitchell softball experience.
I hope that you have a great time, man.
Thanks, Josh.
I hope you have a great Jim and O'Neill. Everyone knows Josh doesn't care about softball.
Oh, God, that's a callback for last night.
Yeah, that was. I said the F word to Jim last night. Everybody, I apologize.
That was all time photo. Do you have a special? No, we don't have a special LNK jersey for an alternate. The newest ones just say I posted them in the JMSE channel. Just says the experience. But maybe the next one will do a City Connect Lincoln jersey or something like that. The hat has the capital on it. It's also in the picture. So.
Some more. So a few more quick hitters from the chat set. Corny, pizza, taco / burritos, or sandwiches. You can't eat one for the rest of your life. Which one? And he adds,
you can't. You have to get rid of one.
And what are the choices? Hamburgers and hot dogs are considered sandwiches. Pizza, tacos / burritos, or sandwiches.
Sandwiches are out.
Really?
In a second. That was easy as hell.
No more burgers.
Give me another question.
No more burgers.
Well, I mean, I'm not happy about it, but if I'm picking between those 3, it's a no-brainer. Pizza, there's no way I'm getting rid of pizza. And if you're throwing burritos in there with tacos, no. Yeah, I'm not.
I love burritos. I love all of those things. I'm going to have a burger tomorrow.
That's why it's
a
hard question, Josh. No freaking kidding.
Yeah, but you made it sound so easy.
It was for me, but
you said that's it. Next question. You just said it's a hard question, but then you said it's not hard. What is it, Jack?
I'm trying to have it both ways, Josh. Shut up.
You're doing a very good job.
No more ice cream sandwiches. I'm not. If it were just when he added burritos, it's just there's just nothing like a good burrito, man. Breakfast burrito. Although breakfast sandwiches, man.
I know.
Breakfast. Actually, just the breakfast is the thing I'm more passionate about than the actual form that it comes in.
We're pizza is the one we absolutely agree on, right? Like you got to keep pizza.
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah. There's no way I'm getting rid of pizza.
Oh man.
I mean, the burritos tacos is second, but listen, yeah, I think, and hamburgers is the only thing that's really making me pause, to be honest.
What about breakfast sandwiches though?
Oh, and breakfast sandwiches. Damn it.
Yeah. Those croissants, Jack. No more croissants at BK.
Well, I mean,
you can no longer just have it your way at BK.
You could just have a dry croissant, I believe. That would not be a sandwich. Just putting butter on it does not.
For sandwiches.
No, I know. Listen, I know.
I think I'm keeping sandwiches. Sorry. I apologize for tacos and burritos.
Matt and BTM are out on pizza. You are psychos, man.
Yeah, that's a
weird.
Right there.
That's weird behavior.
Corey says sandwich has a low floor but crazy high ceiling. A great sandwich is better than most anything. Yeah, Riss will make these ridiculously good hoagies, and she'll put them. So she'll bake the bread, then she'll make the sandwich, and then she'll wrap them in like wrapping paper, and she'll tape it so all the juices get in there. And these are among my favorite things that she makes. I can't cancel those.
I'm sure they're great. It sounds great. It doesn't change my mind though.
Is it? You know what the best part about this question is? We don't have to give any of it up. That's my favorite part of these.
Now back to the real world.
Yes,
this isn't. God. It's like when you wake up from a bad dream and you realize it's not the real thing.
Yes, it was.
That's what's happening right now. But that's a good. I like these. It's a nice thought exercise, Josh.
Yeah. He adds one more. Corny says, if Josh becomes a homeowner, what are the top 3 biggest purchases for a home? And he adds not applicable for renting that you would want to make. Example: grill, Blackstone, mower, patio set, etc. We definitely would go with the Blackstone. That would be one of the first things that we would want to get. What do
I'll sell you mine.
Yeah, you don't use your Blackstone.
Mm-mm.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, I'll take Jack's Blackstone. I'm trying to think of other big purchases that I mean, like, I think breaking in a new home with a big ass TV is really fun. I love getting a new TV. You know, like I have a 65-inch, but why not get a 75-inch? You know, like I love getting a brand new television.
Mower.
I mean, that's baby. One I would get, but I'm trying to think of things I'm excited to buy. Like, I don't give a shit
about that.
Yeah, you want to talk about something that I do not handshake meme with so many of you dorks on the internet mowing your lawn. Like, it's a chore. It's not an enjoyable thing. No thanks.
You haven't done it consistently for a while.
Yeah, and you know why? Because I hated it.
Let's just hold off on proffering an opinion on that.
Okay. Well, I have my opinion.
We'll see.
Biff says 85-inch with 240s on the side was the best part of moving to a new house.
The nice thing about TVs are they're the only item in commerce that have gone ridiculously down in price.
Yes.
To the point that it's almost unthinkable.
I have said for years that if you're talking about a semi-expensive or at least more normal than whatever cost you're going to spend, like the price to enjoyment ratio for buying a TV is easily the most enjoyable thing to buy.
100%, yeah.
Buying a house is super depressing. Buying a car sucks. Like, it's fun for 5 seconds, and then you're like, oh, cool, now I have 60 months of paying this shit off. Buying a TV rocks. I love buying TVs. I want to buy a new one right now.
Josh, I got that storm shell I got for Father's Day on our outside plastic thing, and I was like, I don't know what kind of TV I want to put it. I don't know what I want. I don't know if it's going to work. And I was like, wait, I can just go to Walmart, throw down $85 and get a Roku TV that'll, it'll be a little smaller than I want, but I can like test it in there. And if I lose it, after the winter, $80, right? Mm-hmm. It's a good place to be in, but it's not like a $1,000 TV that you're losing.
Yeah,
the $80 Walmart TV that was stealing my info and
you're barely going outside. You're barely going to watch it. So who cares that the picture's not perfect?
Listen, it's so cheap. I get it. It's stealing my info and sending it directly to China. But
it works. You can watch football outside.
Right.
Corey says having a really nice deck/patio is so worth it. Being able to sit outside is the best, especially if you have a TV out there too. Yeah, dude. I house sat for my parents last week, and I got back from my run on Saturday. And since we weren't doing the pod, I just went out with my cup of coffee, sat out there, and I was like, "This is awesome." And so I want to buy a home so I can sit outside on a deck.
I wish we were doing this show when I had my friend help me build my deck. That would have been really entertaining for you guys. Because I don't know anything about anything. Yeah. And my dude is like, my best friend is like a handyman master. And he came over for this was 2 years ago, basically every day for like 2.5 months. And I helped him. But we built this huge composite deck in my backyard, the one that we have now. I don't know if you've ever even been here since I've had it.
I've been there. I don't think I've been.
Have you been on my back deck for the last 2 years?
Maybe I haven't been. I haven't been over to your place in a while, man.
It's amazing.
Bruce, large men, tears in their eyes on their decks. Too bad you can't just buy a deck. Yeah, seriously. Can I have the home without the home, just the deck?
It's great. Morning coffee in the morning. Turn on the TV, mute it, turn on some music. Right? I love it. Good stuff. Let the dog out. Good stuff.
Nice.
Meet up on Jack's deck. We can do that. That'd be fun. I was going to put the Crawford fight up there, but I got invited somewhere else for it. Otherwise, I would have done that.
That was fun.
All right. Well, I got to call my boss now, apparently.
All right. Good luck.
I'm going to need it. I have a feeling.
Yeah, hopefully. I hope you don't have to go do a show tonight.
No, I don't think that's what it is.
Okay.
I wish that's what it was.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jack, I'll be gone on Saturday. So have a great show. This will be your first time doing the StreamYard recording and all those things.
Oh, yeah. I better make sure I know what I'm doing. I asked Caleb to do it with me, and I don't know if he really responded or not. It was actually in this chat. So
yeah.
I think he's probably can do it with me, but we'll see.
All right. We'll have a good show.
I'll figure something else out. All right. Cool. Thanks, everybody.
We'll be back on. You'll be back on Saturday. You and I will be back next Wednesday.
Next
Thursday at 8:30. Right, 8:30. We're on a little bit later next Thursday. We'll have all the
right? Is
info.
that for you?
That is that for me? Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
I think I have. Let me check. Yes, that's because of me. So yeah, we'll be on at 8:30 next week. A reminder. Please do check the emails that we send. There is some information in there about podcasts. I know that some people have had some issues with getting the new RSS feed set up. It is all there. It's also pinned on our Patreon website. So patreon.com/HeidiClub. And if you've gotten this far and you're not a subscriber, we would love to have you. Football season will be here before you know it. Jack will be no longer edging because the season will be here. It's going to be great for all.
That'll be good.
Patreon.com/I80Club. Bye, Jack.
Bye.